Maybe I can start to give Anastasia a couple of minutes. Yeah, super. Okay, so hi, I'm Themis. So welcome all. Thank you all for being here. And I want also to thank very much, our colleagues from Mobile World Capital, Clara and Andre, and from F6S. They have put down tremendous work to make this webinar happen. So let me share a little bit my screen so that I can go through the agenda with you. The agenda, this webinar will go through 1 hour. So this is our schedule, and we will try to keep it on schedule. So the idea here is that we go first through CIRCULOOS project, we go through the project presentation, and we follow up with the expression of interest and the 2 funding opportunities we have for you. So these are open calls 2 and 3. Then we go, Panos will, I will present, or Anastasia will present the project. Then we follow up with Tiffany from F6S, who will go through the expression of interest in the open calls. My colleague Panos from European Dynamics will go through the RAM platform, which is one of the critical points in the project and for you, so that you can express your interest in our project. Then we welcome and invite Haris and Naya from our sister projects from I4MS. They will go through the work that they have been doing and the funding opportunities that they have available for you as well. And we close this session with a Q&A and opportunities for next steps and how we move forward from here. So that will be the plan for today. And maybe we can start with the presentation. Now, I don't know, Anastasia, if you would like to take over, or maybe I can do it.
Okay, yes, hello. Sorry for this. I am running all day. Thanks, Themis. Let me start the video also. Okay, so let us introduce a little bit the project, CIRCULOOS. We are going to present a little bit the concept of the project and then give you some information about the 3 open calls and how this can be interesting for you. So CIRCULOOS project aims to empowering small manufacturing companies in Europe to have new digital tools so that they can start entering in the business area of circular manufacturing. We want to support them in this transition with this variety of tools and help them formulate interesting new supply chains and propose new products that are more circular. What are our, these are the 3 key strategies that we are aiming to implement. So we are working with orchestration and optimization of supply chains. We believe that circularity needs to close the circular loop. So one entity, manufacturing entity, usually is not enough. So this needs to cooperate with other suppliers that complement parts or bring back the products to the manufacturing chain. So, for example, a circularity a company that collects end-of-life products is important, for example. Then we want to seamlessly integrate all them to plan the new production and monitoring systems across the supply chain, as the sustainability of a product is ensured only if all the nodes of the supply chain are circular and they contribute to the sustainability, which is then calculated across the product's supply chain to ensure that all the nodes are contributing to that, like we said. So how do we do this? We have set 5 key objectives that we are implementing before we open the call. So we work with the data sharing platform that is built on the Fireware technology. in order to enable forming supply chains that make sense in terms of business by sharing and combining data from these various entities that can be brought together in these supply chains. In the second objective, we try to bring some tools that calculate the life cycle index for these products. Again, across the supply chain, we try to combine the assessment for all the entities that contribute to the product and provide the whole assessment at the end of the value chain. We are working also with blockchain technology to enforce a trusted network and trusted data exchange so that you can not only expose data to the others, but do it in a secure way. And in the fourth objective, we are asking new entities to enter in these circular activities that we are doing, either to propose new products and new supply chains that demonstrate this circular approach, and of course make use of the concepts of the concepts we have introduced and the products that we develop, and offer a budget of 3.6 million to form these new supply chains or to complement the existing ones. And we are working on ways to take further these activities to foster the collaboration of the entities that are necessary at the regional level to continuously optimize the supply chains and propose new products that have more sustainability indicators, increased sustainability indicators. And for this, we are developing, redirecting, let's say, the RAMP marketplace in order to become a circularity hub where all the entities that are seeking to enter in the circular market, let's say, in the circular business, they can find each other and form continuously more sustainable value chains. This marketplace will be tested also in the open calls. Just to give you some example how we are forming this, we have been working with 3 pilot experiments, let's say, already from the start of the project, that work with this circularity concepts that we introduced. One of them is in Spain, works with plastic, so plastic parts. And we have here 3 entities that participate. Thermolympic is a plastic manufacturing company that produces various products, and the most important ones that we are looking in this project are the automotive parts. Then we have Canonical Robots, which provides a technology to sort reclaimed plastic that are collected in a circularity hub, so that the Thermolympic can acquire the plastics that fulfill specific criteria of quality, and this is helped by a robotic agent. And we have a Lolo, that is a hub that collects various products at the end of life and provides them for the other entities that want to use it. So the idea of this pilot was to use plastic at the end of life and increase, let's say, the percentage that is used for the products that are manufacturing in the company. Then we have a pilot for leather. We have 2 companies here that are composing this supply chain. The first one creates leather bags, and the second one smaller leather products. And the idea is that the remaining parts that from the scrap that remains from the first company can be input, let's say, as source for the second company, so that they don't have to buy completely raw new material. So completely, let's say, reusing the remainings of one company for the other. And yes, this also works with technologies that we are building for informing each other what is left and procuring it at a specific point in time when this is necessary. And the third pilot is working with wood products in the Netherlands. Here we have again 3 companies. The first one, Fiction Factory, has been replaced by a company that is called CIRCULOOS that works with big projects like pavilions that are provided to big organizations like museums. And the idea is that the material that is used for this, because they are used temporarily for exhibitions, can be sourced by by the other 2 companies, Planet and Herso, which collect these materials at the end of life and make them available in online marketplaces. And the idea is that this material that is used for its pavilion is continuously recycled by disassembling the product, let's say this creation at the end of the life, and making available again the components for new projects. So at this stage, I want to give the floor to Tiffen from F6S to introduce us the concepts of the expression of interest that we are running and the 2 planned open calls that are coming. Tiffen, please.
Thank you, Anastasia. Hello, everyone. So I'm Tiffen. I'm the communication manager of F6S, and I've been guiding you through the open calls of CIRCULOOS. So right now we're in the expression of interest phase, and we're also going to tackle the open calls 2 and 3. Next slide, please. So the expression of interest started on May 31st and will go on until February 2025. So we are in the last third, so to speak, of this first open call. And it's of course still open for registration. It's mostly about matchmaking activities that happen continuously on the REM platform, which is a platform that we'll tackle further down this webinar. Workshop, new consortia formation, so help in order to build a consortia that will be required to apply for the second open call, help in finding supply chain partners to do so, manufacturers, and how to prepare for the second open call, and it's up to 60K in funding. Next slide, please. So firstly, who can apply? So single organizations seeking to build a manufacturing supply chain with the aim of develop a circular product or service, and that are also aiming at adopting one of the R strategies or develop the necessary changes to the value chain and production lines. And by R strategies, we mean recycling, remanufacturing, repair, and refurbish. Next slide, please. Thank you. So for the open call 2, the goal is to apply as a consortium. So the structure of the said consortia that we're looking for are consisted of 1 manufacturing MSME of mid-cap size with a funding up to 60K per MSME. Then at least 1 or 2 other entities that will each get a funding up to 50K, namely recyclers, upcyclers, repairers, or waste collector, or any other role that is part of this circular loop that you got introduced to earlier. And thirdly, one DIH, RTO, or MSME, whose roles would be either a regional circularity hub, depending on the region you're from, a technology enabler, or a networking or dissemination partner to you, or a coordination partner. Next slide, please. So here you have a QR code that will lead you to the REM platform that will be explained to you more in detail to apply directly to the expression of interest and also to see the list of registered MSMEs or manufacturers. So the expression of interest that we're in right now is a first step to help you access to the open call 2 and 3 and the funding that they allow. So for the open call 2, as I said, you will be required to apply as a consortium and not as a single entity, consisting of at least 2 circular supply chain entities and up to 4. This will allow you to access funds up to 60K per partner and up to 240K per consortium if you were to have 4 partners. And we aim at building 16 consortia. So keeping in mind that if, for example, you're 3 entities, it's 60K times 3 maximum lump sum. The funds will be allocated based on a successful delivery of both technical and business reports, and you'll see you'll have all the details in the guidelines of the expression of interest, and it is a lump sum. And the duration of this project is up to 12 months, so a full year. Next slide, please. Regarding the funds that are allocated for the second open call, the applicable funding rate for each project is 60% of the eligible cost for profit-making entities, but up to 100% for non-profit or academic organizations. So it's important to keep in mind that you receive the 60% funding from the CIRCULOOS if you contribute to 40% from your own fund as an MSME. Next slide, please. So regarding the timeline, we are now at the second webinar regarding open call 2 and 3 and how to apply to them. We had a matchmaking event in October 24 of this year, but matchmaking activities are permanent and continuous on the REM platform. And our open call 2 will open on February 2025 with the exact date to be communicated later on, and will last for 2 months, so closing between April and early May 2025. So regarding the open call 3, following that, it will enable the extensions of pilots or newly established value chains. In that we mean that new MSMEs will be able to join to either benefit or contribute to the value chain that is already established and extending it or scaling it up to improve the sustainability performance that you have set to place. So to build one of the existing pilots and to build the value chain resulting from the open call 2. And it will open a second round of funding, so up to 60K per new entity. Next slide, please. So here is another QR code that will lead to the F6S platform to apply for the open calls 2 and 3, and with also extra information regarding the project and the specificities of each open calls. So to sum it up, we are in this expression of interest phase, so June 2024 to March 2025. The matchmaking activities will continue up until the end of this phase to help you build consortia to apply for the second open call, and get funds up to 240K. And then we'll lead up to the open call 3 with funds that could open for a new entity up to 60K. That extending to the 12 months of the last open call until 2026. Next slide, please. So to have more information, more detailed information, feel free to download the guidelines that you can find here with the QR code and that you can also find on our website on the open call page. That will detail everything from the expression of interest up till the end of these 3 rounds of open calls. And I think that on my end, that is it for now. So thank you, and I will leave the floor to Themis for the RAM platform explanations. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Apologies for the delay in the slides, but I believe now it is Panos' turn. So Panos, I don't know if you're here. Hopefully you can share your screen and go through the ramp presentation.
Hello. So I'm Panos Bouklis from European Dynamics. I will give you a brief overview of RAMP. That is a tool that its purpose is to help you on finding partners during this expression of interest phase, performing consortia for the experiments. So RAMP stands for the Robotics and Automation Marketplace. It is at ramp.eu. It is a one-stop shop for all things related to manufacturing, and it connects manufacturing SMEs with service and technology providers, research organizations, digital innovation hubs. So in RAMP we have features for let's say 2 aspects. One is a set of features relating to what we call marketplace features that are their purpose is to bring together and connect and finding partners, and this is what we will touch. I will touch in a minute. And the second aspect is a set of features that are related to industrial Internet of Things, IoT platform, and a set of other tools. That is something that experiments will actually use later for those that are selected in the game. Very briefly, so some of the features we have: catalogs of organizations, catalogs of actual solutions, hardware and software, digital innovation hubs, requests, the service requests, and we also have the actual software tools like the IoT platform and data visualization, other cloud tools like for storage, for deploying solutions, etc. This is just more for an overview. So for the expression of interest, we are more interested on the matchmaking in RAMP. So in general, in RAMP there are let's say 4 ways to connecting with new partners. I will not go through every of them, but I will show you later the ones that we're interested in now. So one way is finding a partner through browsing through the organizations and looking at their profiles and their services and communicating with them within RAMP. Another way is to actually look into the components and the discovering solutions that are applicable to us, and from there find the relevant developer organization and again communicate with them. If we are not sure how to start, we can find a list of digital innovation hubs in our region that will help us in connecting with our ecosystem. And the last that I will show is asking for a service and marketing offers. So all this, I'm jumping to ram.eu.
Hi, and good afternoon from my side. Hope you can hear me and you can see me.
Yeah, everything's perfect. Thank you, Harris.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having us, actually, and thanks to CIRCULOOS for this opportunity. My name is Harry Vikas. I'm a mechanical engineer. I work as a researcher in LMS in the University of Patras in Greece, and we are the coordinators of the ARISE activity. And if Teams plays along, I will also share my slides. I hope that you can also see the screen right now. So I just wanted to introduce a bit what we do in ARISE. As Clara mentioned before, we are a sister project of CIRCULOOS. So ARISE was founded under the same call from the European Commission, and our goal here is to support SMEs in what we call their AI transformation journey. In a way, in a rather similar way, but also different to CIRCULOOS. So I will explain a few more elements of that in a second. So the main goal of ARISE is to create a framework to support European small medium enterprises in the uptake of artificial intelligence in manufacturing, specifically focusing on reducing waste and improving carbon footprint while ensuring resiliency. So green transition is very much in the center of what we do. Also resilience very much in the center on what we do. And having that overall goal in mind, we have launched a series of open calls aiming to address different levels of needs in SME organizations. That being said, we have two levels of open calls. In the first level, in what we call validation experiments, the main goal is to address manufacturing SMEs in making their first steps in the world of AI. And yes, it needs to be a manufacturing SME. That in our language means that the company that applies for that needs to have manufacturing operations, and it needs to have a goal of improving its sustainability metrics through the use of AI. That means that software companies or companies that develop AI solutions are not eligible here. So again, we aim to fund only manufacturing SMEs. What do we offer? We offer technical support in terms of expertise towards deploying your first AI solution in your shop floor in the form of what we call services. What we do is that we work with you and we dedicate experts and resources up to 2 person months in total, so that you can use AI in your environment. In parallel to that, you can also procure solutions from the market, such as sensors and infrastructure that are needed to deploy that solution in your shop floor. And this is something that you can already put in your budget. Where we place restrictions is that we want to keep subcontracting to a minimum, less than 15%, and we don't support any costs for equipment. Funding available for this type of call is 40,000 euros, and the funding rate is 70%. So your overall expenses need can be higher than 40,000 euros, but we will be able to offer you up to 40,000 in payment from our side, paid as a lump sum. This is actually a reimbursement from your own effort that needs to be put into the experiment. And as mentioned before, we bring the AI expertise, but obviously we need from you, we need from the manufacturing companies, the domain-specific expertise towards deploying the solution. We need data from your side. We need you to run experiments to be able to generate and offer this data. We need you to label your data and characterize your data in order for us to be able to develop the algorithms. And at the end of the day, we need you to take those algorithms, deploy them in your shop floor, report back on the results. So it's a joint effort, it's a team effort towards building an AI solution that at the end of the day remains with you and that you can keep using going forward. So if you are interested, the application process is very, very straightforward. You can go to arise.eu/calls. You can read the guide for applicants. That's a relatively short document that contains all the required info, and it is your key reference document. You fill in the company details in the template. and you need to keep that at a maximum of 10 pages, so it's a rather straightforward process. And we have also prepared budget tables and budget templates for your convenience. So it's a very, very straightforward process. If you are interested, go to airise.eu/calls and apply. Mentioned before that we have 2 different levels. We are also offering opportunities since a few months now for what we call pilot applications. Pilot applications are basically targeted again to manufacturing SMEs, but the key difference here is that pilot applications are aimed towards SMEs that already have experience in using AI, already have established that AI can support them in their businesses, in their manufacturing environment, and want to scale up use of AI. So here you need to have experience. It's not your first rodeo. You already know some things about AI. You need to expand. You want to expand. You want to scale up. You want to make AI use more mature or extend to more areas in the factory. What we offer, our offering here is quite similar in terms of engagement. But obviously the level is different because we need to deal with more mature solutions or with solutions that are scaled up. In this case, we offer up to 5 person months of support instead of the 2 in the validation experiments. We also offer a bit higher budget to the companies that need to be engaged because the effort is also larger in this case. So the financial support here is up to 60,000 euros, again at the same funding rate, so 70%. Again, subcontracting needs to be at a minimum. We have established a threshold of 15% of the overall budget, and again, no direct equipment cost, only consumables as needed. Similar submission procedure again, so through the same website, so airise.eu/calls. You need to describe your challenge, fill in the budget. Again, very, very straightforward, relatively short application, up to 13 pages in this case, because the companies that need to apply need to elaborate on more details. Please have in mind that for both calls, we expect only single entities to apply, not consortia, so only manufacturing SMEs. Repeating that over and over again because we have had quite a few instances by solution providers and IT companies applying in previous calls and sadly are not eligible to be funded under ARISE. In terms of the evaluation procedure, we're trying to keep things quite simple. It's an external evaluation, so we have 0 saying on that. We use 2 external evaluators on that, evaluating applications across 3 criteria: excellence of the idea, quality and efficiency of implementation, and relevance to manufacturing in Europe. And our overall goal here is to be quite fast in communicating the results. So normally we are able to kick off experiments 45 days after the submission deadlines. What are the upcoming opportunities? What are the upcoming deadlines? We have our open call 4 that's actually running right now with a cutoff date at the end of the year, basically in the 16th of December. So time is very short for this one, and I'm well aware of this. But we're going to have 2 additional opportunities in 2025. One is expected to be at the end of Q1 2025, so around the end of March, and the other one is expected to be at around the end of June. And there might also be additional opportunities in the future. FAQs, I will skip through that, so just trying to keep things within the overall timeline, but you can find the answers on those in our webpage. And a few words about the consortium to close this presentation. ARISE comprises 14 partners across 11 countries. This includes also 3 SME clusters and associations that give us, helped us to get the perspective, let's say, of the SMEs when designing the activity. Overall activity is being coordinated by LMS, and the technical coordinator is Fraunhofer ILT. Thanks a lot for your attention. That's all from my side. I hope that I didn't overrun my slot by much. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them. And thanks again to CIRCULOOS for having us here today.
Thank you so much, Harris. It's been very insightful. If you agree, we will go with AI Radio 5.0 with Naya, and we will reserve some minutes for the Q&A at the end of the session. Thank you.
Okay, so
Clara Panos is back after this presentation.
Yes, I'm back.
Perfect. Thank you, Panos. We will start with Naya, and after I read your presentation, we will continue with RAMP. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Naya Muruaga, an innovation consultant in CARSA, and in AI Ratio 5.0 we are managing the open calls. So first of all, I will give you a quick overview of the AI Ratio project, where basically the main objective is to help manufacturing SMEs to adopt AI at the edge solutions, so that with the help and collaboration of the regions and the EDIs or DIHs in this region, so that they move towards Industry 5.0. And now we have currently opened the second open call of the AI Ratio project. So this is a great opportunity for manufacturing SMEs, as we are looking for up to 10 SME-driven experiments that will have to focus on the implementation of AI at the edge and Industry 5.0 systems. And the final goal of these experiments should be the one of improving the existing solutions, products, and processes in these manufacturing SMEs. In terms of financial aspects, let's say each experiment can request up to 60,000 euros, and the funding rate for the second open call is of 60% of the eligible costs. In case you are selected, the payments are done in two different steps. So there will be a pre-financing payment at the kickoff of the experiments, where you will get 50% of the funding provided, and then a final payment of 50% at the end of your experiments in a following a lump sum system. Regarding the topics covered by this AI Ratio 5.0 second open call, so we have two topics. The first topic is AI at the edge, with convergence between different technologies such as data and AI continuum, cloud, edge, and IoT. And then there's a second topic focused on Industry 5.0 human-centric and sustainable circular manufacturing, also including what we call the WISE principles. So basically with a focus on the well-being of the workers. Regarding the duration of the experiments are intended to be of 6 months. So who can apply to this AI Ratio 5.0 second open call? As I said before, we are looking for manufacturing SMEs who will be the leaders of these experiments. And about the eligibility criteria, the applicants must be based in an EU 27 member state or Horizon Europe associated country. The proposals must be submitted in English within the stipulated deadline that I will let you know afterwards, and also follow a template that is provided. In case you get selected in the AI Ratio 5.0 second open call, so besides the financial support of up to 60,000 euros for your experiments, you will also be able to take advantage of the existing components in the AI in the edge domain that we have in AI Ratio 5.0, as well as the expertise that we have in the project thanks to the different partners of the consortium. So each of the awarded experiments will have a mentor that will follow up with you and help you to get the most advantage of your experiments. And about the key dates, the call is closing next Monday on the 16th of December. So we know that is quite short notice, but the application procedure is very straightforward and simple. You just need to register in a platform that will provide you the link afterwards and submit the template of maximum 10 pages. So not a lot of administrative burden, let's say. And in order to prepare your proposals, you have available in the AI Ratio 5.0 website and in the EMS platform 3 documents. So the guide for applicants, which is the key document where you can find all the information related to the second open call. Then there's also a frequently asked questions document where you can find the answer to the most common questions we have had so far. And the proposal template that, as I said, it's a really simple document of maximum 10 pages, where you have to explain your experiment, the team, and the impact that you intend to have thanks to the experiment. About the evaluation and selection process, the submission of the proposal is done digitally in a single stage through the evaluation management system platform that you can see the screenshot below in the slide, and the proposals will be evaluated against three criteria: excellence, impact, and implementation. I won't go in detail into the criteria, but you have it here just in case you want to have a look. And as a recap, so yeah, the call is closing next Monday, but we encourage you to have a look at it in case you can be interested on it, because the application is really straightforward. And all the information is available in the AI Ratio website. You have the link there, and also the link to the EMS platform, which is where you have to submit your proposals. And this was everything from my side. We are available for you in the emails you can see on the screen, which are the regular help desk for the open call, and also the IT help desk in case you have any issue with the platform. And I would like to also thank CIRCULOOS for having us and give us the opportunity to present this open call for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Naya. So if any of the attendees has any question, we will keep some time during the Q&A part. Now we can give the floor again to Panos to finish his presentation about RAMP. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I'm sorry for the interruption. So I was explaining how the funding partners for this expression of interest in CIRCULOOS will works. So in a nutshell, the idea is that we use a feature in RAM that is for posting service requests and making offers, and I will show you it in a minute. So let's say the steps, if we have two parties, let's say call party A and party B, is that at first they both need to have the organization profile in RAM, in the register and create the profile. Then one of them, the party A, needs to post a new matchmaking request with information of what they are looking for. And then the other party reviews this list of open matchmaking opportunities, and they submit their interest. So the first party can then see who has expressed interest for their request, and they can accept and continue to negotiate in more detail. Already in RAMP, there is also another additional online tool that helps this negotiation, that you can send messages, exchange files, and make contacts, etc. But of course, that is an optional thing. As an important note, in RAMP, the interaction is one-on-one. So once you have found the partners for the proposal, and maybe you need to communicate with more than one, it is advised to use other communication methods that you are more familiar. And in general, remember that the ARAMP, the purpose is to help you find partners for build consortia for the proposal in the open call, and not for the actual preparation of the proposal. So okay, the registration is pretty much straightforward. I will be jabbing on the on RAM.eu at the same time. Of course, you have to register as a user, and then by going to the menu, My RAMP, you will see My Organizations, and there we have a Create New Organization button that has a form that guides you through creating your organization. Similarly, for the providers of components, you can also add the components that you have. Again, there is a components button, the organization, and add component. Again, there is a form that guides you through this. And there is also a tutorial already here. You can find here the tutorial button that is a short video about explaining how you do all this. So let's say both partners need to potential candidate partners to create the organization. Okay, let's start now how we find open matchmaking opportunities. I'll go to the menu collaborate and matchmaking requests, and I jump to collaborate matchmaking requests. It's all right here. And you will see here the open requests. And specifically for CIRCULOOS, we will look for those that have this CIRCULOOS flag here. So this means that these requests are specifically for finding partners for CIRCULOOS Open Call. By clicking View More, I will need to select which one of my organization I want to see this, because I can have more than one organizations. We can see the general information of the request, who has done this, what they are looking for, and also some information specific for the CIRCULOOS Open Call. On the right hand side, there is a message box that is for public messages. Like I said, the information, the message box, and if we think we are interested, I want to express interest to collaborate with this one, there is this button that says I'm interested down here, and I will come back to what happens after that in a minute. On the other way, if I don't find here something that is, let's say, fitting for my specific case, I can post my own matchmaking request. Again, I go to the same place and to matchmaking requests, and at the top I can see the button that says I can create a new one. A form again guides you through explaining what you are looking for. I can also upload files, maybe if I want. And specifically for the CIRCULOOS Open Call, I need to tick also this checkbox that I do this for the CIRCULOOS specifically. Once we have done this, we can see our open requests and offers here at my RAM, my matchmaking dashboard. Here I have the 3 tabs: my requests, my offers, my negotiations. So my requests is the ones that I have posted, I have created. My offers reflects those that I have expressed interest and I'm waiting feedback from the original poster. And my negotiations is the second step after we have agreed to collaborate. So here I see my open request. I will see here right now there is only one, but it can be more than one. It is the organization that have expressed interest for my, let's say, for my advertisement. I can close it if I am fine. I can. This is already clicked now. But if it wasn't, I could accept one of them or more of them to continue further. Of course, I can also view their information. And on the right hand side, I see the public message box. Once I select someone specific, there is a second another follow-up tool in RAM. Of course, this is again optional, so not just for your convenience. If you want to keep everything organized, once I accept the interest, I will have a new entry here at my negotiations. Both parties will have a new entry here, and we will have here a tool that let us talk in private, exchange files again in private, and it actually is a step-by-step process to explain the offer and even for contracting, etc. Of course, this is not something that you specifically need to do. And once you have established the connection, you can continue the communication with whichever needs you want. But however, this is there, and if you want to use it, it is available. So instead of continuing on this tool, you can just have a quick contact with them. So I go to my matchmaking dashboard, to my open request, and I say here, I'm back here, where I have I see the organizations that I have expressed interest, and instead of accepting and continue on RAM, I can just go and view the profile of the organization and directly send a message to them and continue the communication however I want. So this, just to give you the idea that RAMP is, like I said in the beginning, is to help you find partners, and is if you do that through that with whichever way, it is useful also for us. Among different places in RAMP, like I have shown you in the organization, you will see a view tutorial button that will open a small window with video tutorials on how to do different things. And yes, of course, you will also get all the links of the presentation. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Panos, for your presentation on RAMP.